Hey guys, Cosmos here from Dolly Games. We are going to be doing a guild boss, our first guild boss, and here I'm recording it to also share with you guys and also to share basically this new feature in the patch. So we're about to start, the guild leader will be opening it and we get to see what it's like. There it is. In the chat you see guild boss Lurker Lowen has been summoned. So we're gonna go enter now, and we have to, let's see, set formation. I'm gonna put Tridon back, you come back here, and you come back here, come back over here. That's gonna be the formation. Possibly the skills need to be changed to offense. I don't think I need to heal, so I'm just gonna go with offense. Okay, I don't have another one, so it's gonna have to be heal, that one. So the guild boss countdown is started over here on the right side. You see 4 minutes left until it's open. There is a fix button if you are stuck. That is very interesting. Why would you be stuck? It's like 2 meters from here to there, but okay. There is a fix button nevertheless. It's got let me see, that's 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 450 million health points, so that's gonna take a bit to take down depending on how many players are online right now, and also of course the strength of the players. You got help here, so it can be summoned once per day. For all the level 55 plus members can participate, which is basically most of the people, I guess. And you can do it once per day for getting rewards, but I think you can just if it's opened multiple times you can join anyways but not get rewards, but only one time in the day you get the rewards. The guild boss can be upgraded, so that's something that we will do over time, hopefully, to increase the rewards. And of course the formation is important not to forget, to make sure that you put 2 additional sylphs apart from the one you are holding as your primary, which will be Hercules for myself. And I'm just using, I only have 3 purple ones, so that's what I'm using. But I think damage dealing would be preferable here, so I might consider replacing my Triton with something else in the near future. But for now we'll just go ahead with this. Here is an interesting point. The beast or the guild boss will change attacks, so use the right sylph for the best outcome. But for most people this will mean just use your best sylph, because we don't have those options. But for the most top people who have a whole range of gold sylphs, they can probably adapt best to do more damage, even more than their regular damage, that is, by adapting to whatever this best sylph in the situation is. The rewards are given at the end, of course, based on the points, and the top 3 players will get special rewards. And also for the final blow you get a title, which at some point you will get, pretty sure, because there are many less people participating in the guild boss event than in the world boss event. So in the world boss there are some people who play 1-2 years and don't get a chance to get the last strike. But I think for the guild boss it'll be easier for sure. So that's the help button here, the adjustment for the formation. Nothing else is new. You got basically this area, you got the exit, and there is not much else to it. The fixed button, I mentioned his name, Lurker Lowen. It doesn't show his element, at least I can't see an element. And the rewards, if you hover here on the present, you can see what rewards you will get by ranking. So there's, for 101 plus you get 35 fangs, but I guess not a lot of guilds will have 100 members. So I think let's actually have a look at how many of us are online right now. We can see that No, I can't count that, but it's not too many, so we will be getting decent prizes straight away. And in this sense, a smaller guild is much more beneficial than a bigger one. That is, if you can kill the guild boss. It's important to kill him. So you almost took out the Triton, so healing might be required. Let's have a look. Stealthing will be the last for me. I'm going in the order of the skills displayed. So he is now increased in let me see, so he is reduced on light. Oh, I'm almost dead. Thank you, Triton, saved my life. And there is my heal rune. So increased dark damage. So in this case, it would be good to have dark resist. And he also has all res increased by 300 for 2 turns effect. That's less scary. So from whatever I've done so far, received 156 points for whatever damage that was. And that of course doesn't put me in the top 5 because the other guys are much stronger, but I'm not too far behind. Zuzu did 208 and Zuzu is much stronger than me, so that's pretty good. I did 156. We'll do one more and then I will try to convert some of my crystals to dark resist. Nice illusion. There is an AFK button which I will be using in the future, but this time I'll do it manually for one time. But there's no way that I'm going to be doing this manually forever. And here it's different, you know, in the world boss you can try to do more damage and get more earnings. Here you don't get earnings for the damage that you do. In fact, if you do more damage, it means some of your other guildmates are gonna get less. So it's just a ranking fight. So I'm not going to even try to rank higher. I'll just put it on AFK and whatever it is, it is. Reduces light damage received. Very weird wording. Very weird wording. Increases dark damage received. Okay, so it's increased. Okay, I misunderstood it. So it's the dark. He gets more dark damage. That's what it says. He gets more dark damage. He gets less light damage. So this specific boss is so I don't need to convert any crystals. So this specific boss is for this specific boss it's much better to use Gaia, for example, as your main self. And perhaps I should switch, but my Hercules is just much more powerful. So I'm not sure if the difference will be worth it. I forgot the percentage, so let's do one more fight with him and have a look at the percentage of what is the benefit, and then I can try to figure out if 100%, so that's basically double damage. So double damage from Gaia or full damage from my Hercules, and I'm pretty sure Hercules will do still more damage. But you know, just for the interest of it, let's switch it around and have a look. The last time was 128 points because I missed an attack because of lag or whatever reason. Pretty sure I can do a much better rotation without recording, because when I switch on the recording it gets all much slower. Let's see if I can get that Delphic through. but probably not. So you can go a full Sylph round and then that's it. So 161 points this time was better, but just for experiment's sake, I'm gonna switch to Gaia and adjust and put my Herc in the back row there. And he will start with Delphic in case he dies. And then he'll go with Flash Storm and Thunderstrike. With Gaia I don't have any fancy skills, just the basic set. So we'll be spamming a lot the normal skill. Don't remember its name. But let's have a look at the final result if the points. So this is the one, the Shadow Strike. We'll be spamming that one a lot. So we'll have a look if the points will be more than 150, 160. If not, then Herc would be a better choice. Of course, have to consider that Herc is also doing damage from back here. Of course, not as much as he would have done from being the main Sylph. Alright. Actually, Triton's healing comes in good use. I will not switch him. So we'll do a rune attack. See if we can get a slasher through. So you can get one quick attack through after Sylph mode, and then it's game over. Or no, actually two. Interesting. So that means if I don't lag, I can do quite a lot more. And that is if I don't record. Okay, that's interesting. 162 points, even though I did 2 additional small attacks. So we can try again. It's definitely not less damage. So time remaining 22 minutes. So that means we've been doing this for 8 minutes. And the boss has 1 life off. And 2 lives to go, but it's going down pretty quick. And it's an everyday event. Of course, in a larger guild, the boss will die faster. But in a smaller guild, you will get more rewards from it. It'll take longer time, but you'll get more. Nice regeneration. And illusion. Very good. Of course, the good thing from Gaia is that it can also heal itself. So with having Herc as the main Sylph, you don't have to. You might have to have a Triton for healing, but having the Dark Sylph as the main can prevent from. Can give you an ability to put a more damage dealing Sylph in your formation. I keep trying to put that enhanced Delphic Destroyer through, but it's just too slow of a skill, so it's not going through. So 152 points with Gaia. But it doesn't seem too bad. We can stay with it. Wish the damage increase was much higher than 100%. Of course 100% is wonderful, but you have to have the Sylph ready for it as well. And he starts quite fast, I must say. Normally Sylph activation should go first, because it's a very fast thing, but it could be again due to the recording lag or the game lag. 1.5 life left. And he's got the same skills. That is, reduces light damage, so definitely not a good idea to go with a follow. Took a heal rune this time, was almost dying. Alright, let's see if I can get that delta through, finally. Yep, there it goes. That should score me some extra points for sure. And the slasher. Awesome. See if we can get a rune through. Nope. It would be interesting also to know if you can survive this boss's ultimate attack or not. Here we go with the next attack. $188 damage for the boss. That was really weird. Followed by 240,000. Looks a little bit imbalanced. Oh wow, now I know I'm lagging because it just went auto attack while I'm having my finger on the skill shortcut. So that's really weird. But still, it's good fun to record and share with everyone. You can't say this is like a very exciting event. It's pretty much a copy paste of World Boss, just instead of troops you have sylphs. They could have certainly made something more exciting. But given that, I'm super happy there's an AFK button, which actually we can try and see what it does. That is, if it does more points than I do manually, which it might. Normally when you're lagging, it's much better idea to switch on to AFK, because AFK doesn't lag. So it is able to make you more points or more income for World Boss if you are lagging, if your computer is slow, whatever reason. I'm gonna try to start with a slasher and see if I can get the slasher through. Nope. He still went first. Alright, let's see what the auto does. The boss is on the last life. And we got still the same. This one is very interesting. The all resistance is increased by 300 for 2 turns. It shows you that don't do your big Delphic attack during that buff. So for now I've been doing like whatever, but in the future, if you do it manually and you try to you know, do more damage or find better rotation, you gotta take into account that the third icon, the third power up that appears, which lasts for 2 turns. It'll increase its resistances by 300, making, there it is again, making the damage received much less. So make sure not to do your Delphic during that buff. But I think an additional 30-minute event on top of everything that there is now in the game, for which we don't have time to do, is not a good idea. There should be some solution or some way, like if you can't participate at least you know, there should be some kind of a recover button to get at least half of the rewards or something like that. Otherwise what will happen is that the super active players who are online 24 hours, they will get the maximum rewards, while let's say the majority of people who can only play so many hours per day, or limited hours per day, will only get to do a couple of things, fall behind, get upset and quit, and that's bad for the companies running this game, because they would lose income opportunities. So that's one thing I'm missing. I'm seeing that Wartune is very weak at, is catering to the casual gamers, not allowing a recovery for events. There are some few recovery options, but those are really limited, and mostly it's not possible to do them because you need special items for them. So the boss has only half a life left, so should go down rather quickly, and we can see the rewards from it. So we got Garg, who is number 1 now, 15.88% damage. I'm at 651, so he is a bit more than double of my damage, which I'm surprised a little bit because he's a lot more powerful. So I'm actually happy with this ratio. 204 points came in from the last round, so you see AFK mode definitely earned me more points than I was trying to do manually. It's because it's bypassing the lag problem. So I would have actually had a bigger percentage if I had started with AFK mode to start with. But for this buff, which is increased damage by 100% for whatever element, and I guess it could be different every day, don't switch the Sylph unless you have a decent one. Like, my Gaia is not terrible, it's still 1-star purple, my Herc is 1-star purple. The difference is Herc has all the equipment upgrades and sockets, and he has a bunch of sepulcrums consumed, whereas the Gaia doesn't. He also has a whole bunch of skills, and Gaia has just the standard set, but otherwise they're not entirely too far apart. There is a large gap in bell rating, but the Sylph damage comes from your stats as well, so it's not that's why now Gaia is doing decently. So don't switch if you have, for example, a blue Sylph. If your main one is purple and you got a secondary blue, don't switch in that case, because purple will perform better probably. But again, this is a feature 189 points, by the way, for that last fight, fully on AFK again. So a lot more points manually with this lag that I'm having. Was doing, if you remember, about 150 points. So significantly more points are now being produced by the AFK mode. Sorry. Alright, this might be the last battle with the boss. He's almost dead. By the way, this feature here, giving additional benefits to the people who have a large range of Sylphs, which is basically the high cashers, that's again benefiting the top players, and it will again increase the gap between the top and the bottom. Alright, it's almost out. I seem to be alive for a chance to get a last strike. And it's over. I'm alive, so there is a chance that I get it. Would be curious. 1651 points, number 6, and it just finished just like that. So we have received Fang of Fear 55, killed the boss to obtain extra, and Shelby got the last hit, very good. Great Shell, and the Guild Beast event has ended, blah blah. Okay, it's sorta like World Boss, I guess. Nothing too fancy, but interestingly there is no pop-up. It would have made sense to give a pop-up to the players so that they can see what they have earned in total. That's not it. Where are you, Fangs? Okay, I can't find the Fangs in my bag, so it must be not an item but a currency. So we're gonna check that in the guild shop, which is, this is not the guild shop. We're gonna come over here to the guild shop. I'm gonna go to advanced guild shop, and here you see the 55 Fangs. Now with that I can't do too much. Can buy 2 Maras, which of course I will never do, and with that speed it'll take ages to collect for the mount. So we're going to take our trusted calculator and do very simply 30,000 divided by 55, and bear in mind this was the reward for number 6, which is not low. So 545 days at this rate to collect enough Fangs for the mount. So that's a lot. That's 1.5 years, unless they give some events with Fangs. It's also not enough to learn guild skills. For guild skills you'll need 200 developing potions, and the developing potions, if I remember, were costing 1, so we can have a quick look also in advanced guild shop. Yep, they're costing 1. So with 55 you get a quarter of 1 guild skills. So it will take a while to get those upgraded, and I guess if it goes like this you can pretty much forget about the mount. So that's it, you guys. Just wanted to share with you my video for the first run of the Guild Beast or the Guild Boss, and my thoughts and tips and whatever I commented on during this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have some more comments or suggestions or advice or information, please put down in the comments below or email me. And please do click on like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check out the links in the description. My main site is dollygames.com, and all the things are linked from there. But if you want to go directly to Wartune, it's wartune.dollygames.com. If you want to go to our Facebook page, fb.dollygames.com, and same for G+, and same for YouTube, and well, it's all easy like that. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching, and have a very nice day.